I've been writing extra material for a book based on the conversation that Jack McElroy and I had that we put on YouTube. I was working on the chapter, Was King James a Homosexual? And I came across some extra information that I'm adding to the book. I tried it with the people here at Chick and they loved it. Then I asked some of you guys on Facebook if you'd like a little ammunition to deal with the King James as gay people. Would you like to hear what I found? Hi, I'm David Daniels from Chick Publications. Every ruler has his enemies, and King James is certainly no exception. And he was Scottish, not English. A lot of people were upset about a Scot taking over England. He was James the First of England, but James the Sixth of Scotland. Add to that the fact that his mother was Mary Stuart, who was beheaded for treason against Queen Elizabeth, and you have a pot full of seething anger for some people. King James the Sixth and First had 7 main detractors that anti-King James people loved to trot out. Francis Osborne, Sir Edward Peyton, Sir Simons de Lewes, John Hackett, David Moisey, Sir John Oglander, and Sir Anthony Weldon. They had a number of things in common. They all were political and religious opponents. All were racist, or at least anti-Scot, and all spread rumors and gossip. In short, these guys all had a beef against James. They wanted James to give them something or do something for them, as most people do who hang around kings. And he said no. And they were upset about it. They had something else in common. They never witnessed the dirty deeds that they accused the king of. And the worst charge, they never at any time witnessed any sodomy between James and anyone else. As Stephen Costin put it, the author of King James Unjustly Accused, all the accounts, every single one, to the last man, all rely upon gossip, innuendo, speculation, conjecture, theory, fear, or hypothesis. That's from another one of his books called King James and the Hearsay of Homosexuality. What's the point? It's hard to convict anyone of anything when you have no actual evidence. Now that's damaging enough to the James was gay crowd, but there are 2 more facts that Stephen Costin found that amazed me. Here. This is Catherine Drinker Bowen right here. Now, after King James died, Weldon seems to have had a change of heart. According to this biographer, Catherine Drinker Bowen, quote, "Yet Sir Anthony Weldon, as scurrilous a chronicler as ever set pen to paper, hater of all Stuarts, at James's death suddenly relented, finding softer words than many who were to write in later centuries. Quote, he was, take him altogether and not in pieces, such a king, I wish this kingdom have never any worse. For he lived in peace, died in peace, and left all his kingdoms in a peaceable condition with his own motto, Beati Pacifici, blessed are the peacemakers." She wrote this back in 1956, page 465 of that book that you saw. People knew that Weldon's accusations against James, here's a picture from the actual book right there. People knew that Weldon's accusations against James didn't start until well after the king's death. If you look over here, it says 1650. But I was astounded to learn that Weldon didn't write the book, or publish the book, I should say, that bears his name. This book, The Court and Character of King James, is copyrighted right there, 1850. About a year after Weldon's death. There's the very real possibility that Weldon's words, if they were Weldon's, were changed by somebody else. And these facts are even admitted by anti-KGB writer Michael B. Young. So, Sir Anthony Weldon died, this guy died in 1649. This book, Against King James, with his name on it, came out in 1650. That's a book. And the same year, out came another book. I found this yesterday. Take a look. See that? Alicus Quoquinariae, kitchen courtesan, not courtesan. A person in the king's court who works in the kitchen is kind of the way it comes out. All right, Alicus Quoquinariae, or a vindication in answer to a pamphlet entitled The Court and Character of King James, pretended to be penned by Sir Anthony Weldon and published since his death, 1650. Now, this leaves open the distinct possibility that someone used Weldon's name, since he couldn't possibly have published it, having been dead for about a year. And that's the book that so many quote against James to this day. And look at the date on here. This was written the same year, 1650. Let's sum up. 1. There were a number of English who resented a Scottish king, especially one whose mom tried to take over the kingdom a few years earlier. 2. All the stories about James are based on rumors and gossip. 3. Let me make this clear, there was no eyewitness evidence of their foul accusations. In other words, there was no evidence. 4. The main 7 guys against King James were anti-Scot. James is Scot. And had a personal grief against James. 5. The most famous, Sir Anthony Weldon, actually wrote nice things after James died, about James. And 6, the book accusing King James of being a sodomite wasn't published until after Weldon died. It wasn't even published by Weldon, and at the very least was edited by someone else. And not only that, but there's another book published that same year, 1650, that refutes that book, pretended to be penned by Sir Anthony Weldon. I have so much more information that I could tell you, but this is enough ammo for now. God bless you, and have a wonderful day.